everyone, I have a car. I feel like I've been waiting for this day for so long. I have a brand new car. Hey guys, it's Izzy and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I got a Motability car at the age of 17. So I'm sorry if the lighting in this video is slightly dodgy. As you can see, I'm currently sat in my car. I'm not in the driver's side because I forgot to bring a tripod outside so you could see the steering wheel. So I'm in the passenger's side of my car. But yeah, I just keep coming outside and sitting in it because I'm genuinely like so excited about this. And now my whole neighbours can see me filming this video, which is really great. Anyway, so yes, like I said, I am 17. I literally just turned 17 and I have got a Motability car. And I basically just wanted to do this first video about my car, basically explaining the entire process because I know a lot of people are interested, but I also know of people who are amputees or whatever and want to get a car or will be wanting to get a car, so I thought I'd make this video to show the process. So I will be doing a bit of a car reveal at the end of the video, and yeah, I'm sorry I didn't show you guys until now. I wanted to keep it as a little bit of a secret, but yeah, this is my car. And when I tell you that this has been in over a year in the making, it really has been. So I'm going to take you back to when I was 15 and 9 months. Now obviously this process is the UK Motability Scheme, so it kind of differs and it depends where you're based as to what you get, but this is what I got through the Motability Scheme in the UK. When you're 15 and 9 months, you get like your national insurance number and stuff sent through. And with this, when you have a disability, you can actually apply for your provisional license early. So I could basically apply for my license for when I was 16. So we did this. However, this is the first delay, the first of many delays into getting my car. I think there was 3 in total, which is absolutely fab. Oh no, there was 4. There was 4. So my national insurance number actually came late, which was really frustrating. So we kind of had to wait for that, and then once I got that, I had to then apply for my provisional license. Now when you apply for this, you need a report done. So I went to a place called Drivability, which basically assess you on what your needs will be for when you drive a car. So they pointed out all things that would be useful for when I was actually coming to purchase a car, which happened a lot later on. I mean a lot later on. And yeah, that's basically just how it works. So I had my assessment done, and then you basically apply for your provisional license, and once you put all these files forward, it's supposed to make it quicker because the doctors at the driving license place don't then need to assess you because you should already be assessed. So I had this done. Now when I tell you I had to wait months for my driver's license, I did. I had to ring them and multiple times, and apparently it was with the doctors. Sorry, that's my bleeper system, which I will show you in my next video. I'm going to show you all my adaptions, everything like that about my car, but I just wanted to introduce it first. So I forgot what I was talking about now, you interrupted me. Once I had my driver's license, I went back to Drivability and we did a bit more of an in-depth assessment. I actually drove a car and had like a mini driving lesson there, and really just assessed further all of my needs, and we basically created a massive shopping list for when I was going to go around the car garages. I think my driving licence may have shown up and turned up when we were on holiday. So when I tell you they give you an extra year because it takes forever, I mean it does take forever, and I expected to be able to drive at 16 and have passed by 16. That is just not the case, unfortunately. I'm 17 now, just turned 17, and I only just picked up my car today as I'm filming this video, so it's not as quick as you may think, but you kind of end up in the same spot, or at least I have. But like I will go on to mention, there have been more delays than just getting your driving licence. So anyway, for about a month, maybe over a month, we then went around different car garages looking at different cars. Now I can make an entire video about my shopping list, like for what I needed on the car if you'd like, but I'll just kind of tell you generally. We wanted as much automatic as possible, so moving the seats, the air conditioning units, all of that automatic. We also wanted the car to be automatic. I wanted like keyless entry. I'm trying to think what else I wanted. Basically, the highest tech car you could get. Now, I didn't realise that you can't actually just get any car when you use the Motability Scheme, and I'm pretty sure when you're under 24 there are only certain cars you're allowed to have. I'm not sure if it applies to everyone in the UK, I don't know, but due to like the horsepower and the engine and stuff, so there were certain brands like BMW or most of Mercedes that I just couldn't have any of their cars, and the higher brand up cars sometimes had more of the tech that I wanted. However, I found that that wasn't all the case. We looked at quite a few Audis, and yeah, they didn't have the tech on it. So in the end we went to Ford, which, yes, I have a Ford, and we looked at the Fiesta, which didn't really have what I wanted. When we looked at the Focus, we realised it had everything I wanted. The way that they changed the automatic thing, so from park to drive, is actually a little turny twizzy thing rather than a gear stick or another button, because I was finding that that was really troublesome to do. And you can get these things adapted, however I preferred my car to look as normal as possible, which from looking at it, it does look relatively normal for somebody with 4 limbs missing. And that is something that I really did want. It was quite important to me, although I don't think now, having had the car, I would literally care, because I have a brand new car. Then we went to speak to Des Gosling. Now, Des Gosling is a company near us, well, relatively near, and they basically adapt cars to make sure that people with disabilities can use them. They can literally make you drive a car using the same controllers as you like do an Xbox with. Like, they are super insane. But that wasn't what I needed. So they also assessed what I needed as well, to check that what they could offer was also lining up with what drivability was suggesting, which it did. And then once we decided on getting a Ford Focus, we obviously spoke to their Motability team, which they were insane. They were so lovely and helpful, and they got me flowers today, which was so cute, but we'll go on to that later. And yeah, the guy from Des Gosling basically came and checked out the car, made sure that he thought all the adaptions could go on the car. Anyway, we then put in an order. I think it was at the start of January, because they suggested we waited till January because a lot of the prices of the cars on the Motability Scheme change in January, and they found out that the price was going to be going down. So we were going to wait till January. Now, I'm going to quickly explain the Motability Scheme for people in America, because I'm not sure you have the same scheme. Basically, the Motability Scheme offers people with a disability. You do have to get assessed to check that you fit under it, but obviously my disability is quite extreme, so I do. And they basically give you a certain amount of money per month that goes towards like renting, leasing a car. You can then pick a certain amount of cars. Like I said, there are certain limitations, especially with your age, to what car you get. And some of the cars, for instance, this car was actually more costly than the allowance a month, so then you do have to pay an upfront cost. But oh my god, my neighbour's watching me do this. So if the price of the car is more than the monthly cost, you then have to pay an upfront cost. We put an order in for my car, and I was so flipping excited, and the lead time was a few weeks. So I was supposed to be getting my car, oh my god, there's another car. I was supposed to be getting my car when the 20 plate came out, like that day. Is that April? Basically in the UK we have like number plates, so they tell you what year the car came out in and you bought the car. So my number plate on this car now has a 20 in it because it's 2020. Yeah, I was going to pick up my car and be able to take it home and everything with a 20 plate on it on the first day of the 20 plates. So I was like, that's sick, that's fine. And that was going to be with all of the adaptions on. However, this is where the intense waiting is, because if I was supposed to pick my car up, I think that's like the 1st of April. Why is it now July? So basically there was a bit of an issue with importing the cars. I think it was a bit to do with the beginning of Corona. All the imports started to be a little bit iffy. So that was the first issue. They couldn't actually get the car up to where I live in the UK, which is really central, so they couldn't get the car up here, so I then had to wait. So the week before lockdown, we actually as a family had to self-isolate. This was because my mum had a cough and that was the rules. So we had to self-isolate, and I got a call that week saying my car had been delivered to Ford, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I then had to wait. I wouldn't have been able to pick it up then and take it home anyway because of the adaptions. So straight from Ford eventually. This was probably, so in June, I think it was like between the start and the middle, quite early on, and we actually got a call saying that my car had been picked up and it was getting taken for adaptions at Des Gosling. So that was super exciting for me because I was like, you know, the process is going, we are getting somewhere after months of sitting inside doing nothing and waiting. Now obviously driving instructors weren't running then anyway, so I couldn't have really done any lessons or that, but I just wanted my car. After a few weeks of getting adapted, we then had to go in. There are a few things they wanted to test. They wanted to see if I needed my steering lightened, which I actually didn't in the end, so that was good. And just basically check that I was okay with everything that they'd been doing so far and stuff like that. So we went in and visited and we were all really happy with it. And so we left them to work on it again. Then we had to go back one more time, which was pretty recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago, to check a few other of the adaptions, which I will show you fully, but basically the window switches and also the seats moving switches. So we also went in to check those and they were fine, and their ideas that they had were literally insane. Some of the things they can do, you don't even realise they can do to a car. It's so smart. They'll just be like, oh, you can't reach that, we'll move it here. And I'm like, last week I was at school on the Friday and I had got an email from Des saying that they were delivering my car back to Ford on Monday, and then it had to be all like valeted and stuff, and then I would be able to come in and collect it. Today is Thursday and we actually went this morning to go and pick it up, and yay! I feel like I've been waiting for this day for so long, obviously with all of quarantine, lockdown, and basically just the entire long process. Picking a car was not easy, so the fact that we even came to a decision in the end, we were all like, thank you Izzy, you can make your mind up. So yeah, we went and picked it up today. We did some pictures which you may have seen. So yeah, we went today, we did some pictures for like the press, Des's, basically just the fact that I can drive a car this age. Everyone was just like, we need it on camera, and I was like, yes, this is what I'm doing. So I went and picked it up, and then my mum drove it home, because like I say, I'm a learner. When I tell people I've bought a car and I've now got a car, they are like, what? They think I like know how to drive, and I'm like, no, I had to buy this car to learn to drive in it as well, because that's just how it works. And yeah, I feel like that's all I need to tell you. I think I'm going to go out with my dad later and have a little practice, get used to driving and everything like that. But yeah, it feels amazing to have a car. Even though I can't drive it yet, I can just already see, and I just know the independence it's going to give to me. So yeah, I am so grateful to be able to do this and have this opportunity. Anyway guys, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole video on my adaptions, but let me know down below any other videos that you want to see me do about my car, whether you want to know everything we were looking for in a car and just like things like that. Let me know down below what you'd want, or if you have any specific questions, I'll try and answer all of them. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then make sure to give it a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.